30 seconds to air.
Donnie here at your back and calm. Please fill me in on the number of players, won't you? One player. This should be a Febreze. Enter your name for me, if you please. Excellent.
We're almost at places. 10 seconds.
Bye, Curious.
Turn your head and cough, please.
6, 5.
Let's go to black.
3.
Tap water. Taste the memory.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson. You might know me from Danielle Steele the movie. No friends, huh? Would you just get out of prison? And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Tootie's butt kazoos and anal instruments. Cleaning supplies sold separately.
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, you'll be rewarded with big prizes and cash. Okay, let's not waste any more time. First up, Tiger Wood. What should Tiger Woods change his name to if he wants to be associated with a monogamous animal? Dolphin Woods, Warthog Woods, Rooster Woods. Unlike tigers, beavers are known to mate for life. And unlike Tiger Woods, rarely will you see them in a foursome. Next, Ninja Please! If the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were, say, 16 years old when their comic book first debuted, what should they be called now? The very elderly Mutant Ninja Turtles, retirement-aged Mutant Ninja Turtles, 40... The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic book debuted in 1984, so they'd be 40-something. And probably coming to terms with the fact that as their metabolisms change, they just can't eat all that pizza all the time and still expect to fit in their shells. And on its way, Attica! 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 Imagine a new series of prison tycoon games where you must recreate famous American prisons. Which game would not be part of the series? Prison Tycoon Devil's Island, Prison Tycoon Leavenworth, Prison Tycoon Sing Sing, or Prison Tycoon Rikers Island? Devil's Island is in French Guiana. And French Guiana is in, don't know where French Guiana is. Bucker up for Flying Solo. And I'd say it's about time for this or that. I'm gonna rattle off the names of 7 different musical acts. And for each one, I'd like you to tell me if it's the name of a solo performer or the name of a band. If it's a solo act, press the number 1. If it's a band, press the number 2. Each one you get right earns you 300 concert tees, but each one you get wrong is gonna cost you. Finish up in less than 30 seconds and I might let you backstage. Okay, let's move. Jethro Tull, Steely Dan, Leonard Skinner, Veruca Salt, Judas Priest, Marcy Gnarls Barkley. That was fine, but I was so turned off by Ticketmaster's processing fee, and I couldn't enjoy any of it. I wasn't nearly as surprised to find out none of those bands were solo artists, as I was when I found out that Justin Bieber wasn't a girl.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
Try this on for size. Where the Wild Things Are. Oh man, I love the children's book Where the Wild Things Are, but tell me this, if instead of Let the Wild Rumpus Begin, Max yelled, Let the Wild Ructus Begin, what would the new book be called? Where the Wild Farts Are, Where the Wild... Where's that confounded right answer? A ructus or eructation is a burp or belch. I learned how to burp on command when I was about 6, and it always makes me feel like a kid again when I do it. Ow! My hernia! And my acid reflux! Sadly, no. But since you're clearly a flatulence enthusiast, you've just won a Wazoo Kazoo from Tootie's Butt Kazoos and Anal Instruments. Because everybody's moon deserves its own tune. Tootie's Wazoo Kazoo. Just pucker up and blow one. This wrong answer of the game has netted you an extra 4,000. Congratulations. That's the end of round 1. And you've got a decent score there. Don't screw it up. Keep in mind, in round 2, everything is worth twice as much. Okay, here it comes. Take a good look at Taj Mahal and Oates. What would be the best name for an episode of Extreme Makeover in which Ty Pennington remodels the Taj Mahal? Extreme Makeover Mausoleum! Built in Agra, India by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan, the Taj Mahal is a mausoleum in memory of his favorite wife. Should be a pretty good show. I'm looking forward to seeing the Taj Mahal with a race car-themed bedroom and 2-story doghouse. Here's a good one. Hot Gotham Knights. Imagine that after defeating Killer Croc, Batman and Robin faced a villain named Killer Ray Kroc. What would be an appropriate exclamation from the boy wonder? Holy helicopter, Batman! Holy hijacker, Batman! Ray Kroc, though not a killer, is the American businessman and franchisor responsible for a small hamburger chain now known as McDonald's. I once bought a holy hamburger on eBay. The bun looked just like Mother Teresa. His buns.
Looking chickens picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
May I introduce my nose hair shop with that one celebrity in Spain, the moon. Oh man, last night I was watching great performances on PBS because the cable was out, obviously. And I sucked down 5 cans of Easy Cheese while they ran this old Shakespeare play. I fell asleep halfway through and had the craziest dream. My cat Mayonnaise was the king. And I was Mayonnaise's brother, but I wanted to be king, so I kept killing or putting in prison anyone else who I thought could ever be king besides me. Finally, Mayonnaise died, and I became king, but everyone hates me, and this other kingdom invades, led by my mom. Attack! And I was riding my other cat, Poopsie, into battle, but I fell off, and I was like, my kingdom for another cat! But then my mom killed me. Oh, and I had a hunchback. That's kind of important. Holy crap, what play did I half see last night on PBS? Was it Henry V? Richard? Oh yeah, I watched a production of Richard III, evil dude with a hump. Totally. Normally I love dreams where I have a hump, but not like that.
Strolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me, if I
Here's one for you. Runaway, eventually bride. What would Julia Roberts' name be if she took and kept the last name of every man she's married? Julia Roberts Patrick Lovett Bratt, Julia Roberts Sutherland Bratt Motor, Julia Roberts McDermott Sutherland, or Julia Roberts. Despite a couple famously disastrous engagements, Roberts has only been married twice, to country singer Lyle Lovett and her current husband, the not famous Daniel Motor. And someday, if I play my cards right, she will be Julia Roberts Lovett Motor Masterson. Clooney. I mean, she'll leave me for Clooney, but I'll be cool with it because it's Clooney.
Hold me, never let me go.
Am I dreaming?
This one's called Once Upon a Game Show Dreary. When I'm around my cultured friends, you know, at art galleries, book readings, cockfights, I like to quote great literature. One of my favorites is Edgar Allan Poe. But this passage doesn't sound quite right. Can you identify the mistake? Quote the raven nevermore. What's wrong with that? Quote the raven or... Edgar Allan Poe wrote, quoth the raven nevermore, not quote the raven nevermore. And you can quote me on that. I'm sorry, was I talking too much? Fine, here's your clue. I'll say it 3 times. Good luck, good luck, good luck. There it is! I'm only going to say this once. Good job. But I'm going to say this 3 times. So what? So what? And so what? You don't know Jack!
Nice one, folks. Okay, Danny, let us know what we're doing.
So, are you thinking you'd like to enrage in more tomflummery?
Hello, I'm Nick Bear, and I'm not here to sell you anything. I used my own money to buy some advertising time to let the world know that I hate Jeff Hansen. This isn't a tricky sales ploy or a joke. Seriously, Jeff Hansen of Chicago, Illinois is a real person and a jerk, and I really hate him. A lot. I am not a rich man. This commercial's expensive and is taking most of the money that I would use to send my children to college. But if it makes any of you understand just how much I hate Jeff Hansen, who is a real person who works in Chicago and lives in Evanston, has brown hair and is about 6'4", then it will be worth it. If I have one hope, it is that spending my entire life savings in these scary economic times will burn the name Jeff Hansen into your brain, so that if you ever had the misfortune of actually meeting him, you will remember just how deeply and totally I hate this man, and take it as a warning to steer clear. Thank you for listening, unless you happen to be Jeff Hansen, in which case, you, sir.
Bowling. Why ruin such a primal sport by gingerly putting your fingers through the ball like a dainty little schoolgirl? Introducing fistable bowling equipment for the dude who takes on the world knuckles first. We customize all of our balls, bags, and shoes so they fit your fist perfectly, and you can get right down to the business of punching out a game.
Wow, nice frame, mister.
Out of my way.
Ow.
Fistable Bowling Equipment Incorporated. When life gives you a 7-10 split, punch it hard.